Hariom, let's continue from where we had left off. We were practicing some questions related to determinants. So let's continue. Okay, so in this question, two matrices are given to us A and B of the same order. We have to find AB, and using that we have to solve those three equations. A very important question. Now, so let's first find AB. So AB will be, now if this is a matrix of order 3 cross 3, B is also a matrix of 3 cross 3, so the product will be a matrix of order 3 cross 3. So let's find first row with first column. So 1 into 2, 2 plus 4 plus 0, so 6. First row with second column, so 2 minus 2 is 0, this is 0. Similarly, minus 4 plus 4 is 0, 0. Then second row with first column will give us this element. So 4 minus 12 plus 8 is 0. Similarly, you will get something like 6, 0, 0, 0, 6. Now, this is equal to, if we take 6 common, 6 into 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, which is equal to 6 into I. I is the identity matrix. Now, if A into B is equal to 6I, A into B is equal to 6I. So, let us multiply A inverse to both the sides. So, A inverse into A into B is equal to A inverse into 6I. So, this will become A inverse into A is I. So, B is equal to 6 into A inverse. A inverse into I is A inverse. So, we can say that A inverse is 1 by 6 of B. Alright, we will be using this. Now, in order to solve this system of equations, we need Ax is equal to B. So, x will be A inverse into B. And let us not take B here. Let us take D. So, A inverse into D, where A is the coefficient matrix and D is the matrix containing these constants. We already have the value of A inverse. So, what we will do is directly put it. So, x will be, A inverse is 1 by 6 into B. So, 2, 2 minus 4, minus 4, 2 minus 4, 2 minus 1, 5 into D. D is 3, 17, 7. Alright, so A was the coefficient matrix. So coefficient matrix will be 1, minus 1, 0, which is this one. Similarly 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 0, 1, 2, so 0, 1, 2. So A is, our matrix A is equal to this A, coefficient matrix. And in order to solve this equation, we need A inverse, which is equal to this much. So x, y, z is equal to 1 by 6 into, let's multiply. So this will be 2 into 3 is 6 plus 34. So 40 minus 28. So 12. This will be minus 12 plus 34. So 22 minus 28. So minus 6. 6 minus 17 is minus 11 plus 35. So 24. If I multiply 1 by 6 to each of the elements, this will become 2, this will be minus 1, this will be 4. Comparing these two, x is equal to 2, y is equal to minus 1, z is equal to 4. Alright, here you can see that we did not require to find A inverse because of this product. This product already gave us A inverse directly. Alright. Okay, so now let us come to the next question. Here it is given that the pth term of a GP is A, its qth term is B, and rth term is C. And we have to prove that the value of this determinant is 0. So in a GP, let us assume that the first term of that GP is capital A and the common ratio is capital R. Now, as you have already studied about GP in previous class, so you know that the nth term of a GP is given by A R power n minus 1. So we will be using this formula. So the pth term will be A R power p minus 1. Qth term will be A capital R power q minus 1. And rth term will be A capital R power small r minus 1. So let's use this. Now as you know that pth term is A, so the value of A is this much, value of B is this much, and value of C is this much. We will be putting it here. So this becomes log, instead of A, let us put this quantity A R power P minus 1 P1. Similarly here log A R power Q minus 1 Q1. Here also log A R power R minus 1 R1. Now from here we have to proceed. So as you know, in logarithm, log of AB is equal to log A plus log B. So this we can write as log A plus log R power P minus 1. And in logarithm also you have another property, log x to the power A is equal to A log x. So power comes outside. So here also this power will come outside. So this will become P minus 1 log R. Similarly the second one will become log A plus Q minus 1 log R. This one will become log A plus R minus 1 log capital R. Then everything as it is, small p, small q, small r, 1, 1, 1. Alright, we have just used the basic properties of logarithm till now. Then, now let us apply elementary column operations or elementary row operations. So let us subtract the first column from the third column with some multiple. So let us apply C1 change to C1 minus log A into C3. So in C3 1 is there. If I multiply log A and I subtract, this term will cancel. So let's cancel. So C1 will become, so C1 minus log A into this. This will cancel. Our remaining part will be P minus 1 log R. Similarly here also log A will cancel, Q minus 1 log R, R minus 1 log R. Here there is P, Q, R, 1, 1, 1. Alright, now once again let us apply C1 change to C1 minus log R C2. So now if I apply this, log A and log R are constant quantities, so we can apply this. Now C1 minus log R into P. So as a result P will cancel. So this will become, now this is P log R minus log R minus P log R. So P log R will cancel and minus log R will remain. Similarly here Q log R minus log R minus Q log R. So minus log R. Here also minus log R. P, Q, R, 1, 1, 1. Clear up to this much? Now our question is nearly done. As you know, in this column there are 3 log R's. So we can take log R common from this column and take that outside. So this will become minus log R. 1, 1, 1. P, Q, R, 1, 1, 1. So now as you know that in a determinant, if two rows or two columns are identical, the value is 0. So the value of this determinant is 0. So 0. And we have got our RHS. Alright. Coming to the next question, we have to show that the value of this determinant is equal to that using properties of determinants. So let's proceed from LHS. So from LHS, let us apply R1 change to R1 plus R2 plus R3. So our determinant becomes R1 will be changed to R1 plus R2 plus R3. So y plus y plus y, 3y plus k. Similarly, y, 3y plus k. Here also 3y plus k. R2 and R3 will remain as it is. Now, as we have done many a times, we can take 3y plus k common. So let's take 3y plus k common. 1, 1, 1, y plus k, y plus k. Now you have seen many times questions like this in which we have 3 ones. What do? We subtract second one from the first one and the third one with the first one. So C2 change to C2 minus C1, C3 change to C3 minus C1. So what will we get? C1 will remain as it is. C2 minus C1, 1 minus 1, 0. This minus this, k. This minus this, 0. Similarly, C3 minus C1, 0. Y minus y, 0. This minus this, k. Now, as we have two zeros in one row, we can expand from here. So plus minus plus. So let's expand, and we have taken 3y plus k outside. So 3y plus k into, if I expand from 1, leaving that row and that column, k into k. So k into k is k square minus 0 into 0 is 0. Everything else will be 0. So this becomes 3y plus k whole into k square, which is our required RHS. Alright. So with this question, our determinants chapter is over. I have tried to cover nearly each and every topic, but it's not possible for me to solve all the questions. So it's better if you practice NCERT book thoroughly. So let's stop here. In the next part, we will proceed to the next chapter. Alright? Thank you.